generate that mindset when you're not in pads, and have you been able to do that through 2 days?
Yeah, violent feet and violent hands. Everything is done with intentions and purpose and with balance. You know, everything you do with your, whether it's your step, whether it's your hand placement, whether it's being 15 minutes early for a meeting, whether it's for preparation, whether it's hydrate when we need you to hydrate, be in place when we need you to be there. All those things are speak to being having a hard edge and to having some toughness. You know, having the ability to focus sometimes when we need you to focus is a part of being physical. All of those things go into play, from the field to the meeting room to their approach at home.
Have you accomplished that in 2 days?
I feel like we have. I feel like we're going in the right direction, but it's a process to get 48 young men to buy into that and understand what that's all about each and every day, and understand how to prioritize their behaviors on and off the field and all of those things. So it's a process. We're mentors as well as coaches, and each and every day we're tasked with that from top to bottom to make sure we're doing the best that we can and instill that into it.
Larry, Joshua Palmer was a late ad that you and Zach Azzanni kind of circled late as a guy. We want to find what he seems to have flashed in the 2 days we've been out here. You know, what have kind of been your impressions of him for full practice when we haven't seen the whole thing?
Long way to go, but some of the natural, instinctual things you want a big wideout to have, he has. He has, strong hands. He's a physical demeanor guy. Means he runs routes, you feel him run the route, and those type of things. And it means a lot to him. You know, he's got a lot to learn and how to push himself through when times get a little tough. But he's doing a really good job with that through 2 days. And then, we're fortunate enough to get him here in the summer and to start that process a little bit. But we're looking forward to him improving each and every day.
Coach, evaluation on the running back so far, Coach? I know you said that they would be really important behind John Kelly.
I tell you what, man, it's always so hard. Right now for the running back, it's mostly like alignment, assignment. Right now, learn how to align yourself, learn how to have great footwork, and working on balance and vision type things. Right now, we're in t-shirts and helmets. Basically we're playing tag football. The sign of a really good football, a running back in football, is when he gets hit a few times. Does he have the ability to get back up, align correctly, have great vision, have great balance, and expect to be hit again? So that's going to take some time over camp and those type of things to see if a guy can really step forward in that direction when we really start to play some football.
I mean, you've got a lot of first and second hand players at the running back and receiver positions. I guess is it convenient to have a guy like John Kelly and Juwan Jennings kind of setting the tone for those positions?
It's always good to have returning players with some experience. Not only just players with returning experience, but guys that have played at that level and have been successful at that level. We want those guys to always be very good examples of what we want from the young guys, of how to prepare and how to practice. It's one thing to go play games, but man, you got to teach at this level of football. Guys got to learn how to practice. They got to learn how to prepare. They got to learn how to do all the little things that add up to when Saturday, when it's time to go pass the test. All right, they've already passed it on Tuesday. They've already passed it on Wednesday. Okay, this is another way of passing the test. So they have to understand that it's process. It's process involved, and we got good leaders. We want those guys to follow.
What do you see every sorry.
Just in terms of the younger guys, the newcomers, what do you look for to see if they're ready to play, or do you have to just pretty much wait till the games come? Is there certain signifiers you can see?
Yeah, you know what happens with young players, at some point, their approach, their level of being prepared either exposes itself as they're not doing it, and they're not doing it enough, or they're not mature enough to handle it, or they do. And I think you always have to just let that play out over time here as we keep going. We got 26 of these, we're only two of them, we got 24 left. And some of these guys are going to be exposed, whether that's positive or negative. It's going to come out, and we're going to find out who the guys we can really depend on and give some roles to this year as we move forward.
Coach, how do you view the slot position? The stereotype is smaller, quicker guys get some mismatches. How do you want to use that slot position?
Depends on who we're playing, how we want to play it. I like using a lot of guys in there. I like using tight ends in the slot. I like using receivers, quick guys, fast guys. It's all in who we're playing, how it fits into the system, and that's one of the ways you drum up competition. You're not just competing against the other slot receivers. You're competing against the second back coming in the game and lining up in the slot. You're competing against the tight end lining up in the slot. I want to rev up the competition across the board so that guys can't get comfortable. All right, this camp for a lot of our players, especially young players, is about finding a way to be comfortable being uncomfortable. And that's what it's about, and that's how we're going to develop our hard edge this camp.
Thanks, Coach.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it.